Hey everyone, I'm Jack. Welcome to Python Addiction. Just a quick thing to go over today. You're seeing a very messy room right now. We're going to discuss real quick failing thermostats. They can fail. Cheaper ones probably more so than the more expensive ones, but they can fail. And that's what we're going to discuss today. So stick around and I'll be right with you. Hey everyone, as I had just stated, I had a failure today. One of the Pymeter thermostats that I use failed on me in this rack right here. I actually had this rack on this side, this rack was on the other side. They got swapped around when I redid everything. Excuse me, I'm kind of holding my phone this time around. I don't have anything set up on a tripod, as this is kind of a very impromptu video. But I had this Pymeter thermostat set an alarm for if it got any warmer than 100 degrees to go off, and I'm deaf, so I cannot hear the alarms that are going off. Again, I lost my hearing a couple of years ago as a side effect from chemo, and it's a challenge sometimes. So one of the things that I've been looking at doing, as you can see, I'm in my dining room, which is becoming my snake room permanently. So you get a little bit of a sneak peek of all of the renovations that are going on. It's very, very messy right now because I just went through and had to pull all of the snakes out of this double set of racks. They're the V6 racks. So I had 12 tubs here and originally another 4 down out of the 6 at the bottom. But I had to pull everything out. The upper rack, these first 6, was connected to the lower plug on this. And it was flashing at 127 degrees. So it was definitely, it failed. It did not turn off the heat tape that it was connected to. So the thermostat that's in here, or the way that it switches the the current on and off, the electronic switch, failed or something like that. I plugged something else into it afterwards just to double check and test it after I got all of the snakes taken care of and confirmed that it did fail. It just stays on, period. And that's a runaway heating. I'm looking at ways of setting up an alert system that will actually catch the audible alerts, using probably an Arduino with some sound microphone sensors of some sort, to where I can tune it to actually pick up on the alarms that these give off and then send me some type of an alert, some type of a message on my phone, maybe even flash a light in the room that will let me know, hey, something's up, to get in here and start taking a look at everything. But I replaced it with a Inkbird, and that one is one of the dual sensored ones that has the ability to either be connected to 2 thermostat probes for thermostat control, or you can use hydrometers. if you want to connect it up to something that provides humidity. So it has a couple of different ways of configuring it. But that's a unit that's over twice this in cost, and that one will actually, in fact, fail in the off position. It's a much better constructed thermostat than these things, but these things do work. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I do have them on several other things, and they're not bad. They're just cheap. And it's understanding that when you get certain devices, that their fail could be a fail in the on position versus a fail in the off position. And this is a lesson for me. And I hope that all of you can take this type of a lesson into consideration when it comes to what you're looking at for a thermostat for controlling heat and stuff like that with your racks, with your enclosures. I will be making sure to go through and replace everything that I have that's on these to the better Inkbird ones minimally, if not going with the Herpstat or VE units, but those do cost a little bit more money. So working on a budget type of thing, it can get expensive. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 thermostats right now running everything. I have 2 in my room that is for any of my new incoming snakes and stuff like that as a quarantine area. I have 1 of the Inkbird ones on my enclosures in my bedroom that has my 2 corn snakes. I have 1 for each of my larger racks that's on the other wall over here. I have 1 for my carpet python. I have 1 for my current boa. And then I have 1 for the enclosure that is for my children's python that's in the other room. So I have several of them, so I've got to go through and replace them. I have a Herpstat that I use for the incubators, so that one's already one of the better units as well. So, but again, I just wanted to do this very quick impromptu video. Again, excuse the mess that you see behind you. I was frantic to get all of these snakes here out of their enclosure, out of the rack and into temporary bins, so I could go through and replace the heat tape on this, pull this out completely because the sensors are attached to this one. Whereas the Inkbird one comes with removable or replaceable sensors. So right now, like I said, this was just a very last minute thing, but I wanted you all to see the importance of making sure that you're setting alarms correctly on the thermostats that you have, and making sure that there's ways to where you can be alerted. Like I said, right now, I don't have a method for me, being deaf, not being able to get alerts. So I have to come in here regularly, check everything, make sure that nothing's going wrong. It was, I'm glad that I wasn't sleeping when this failed, because I would have probably lost everything in this upper rack. There would have been a very, very, very high chance of that happening, and that would have been a very bad day. So I call it luck of the draw that I was actually in the room to do some recording when I noticed it. But it's things to take into consideration, that stuff will fail. And number one, having backups, having things that you can use in that pinch when you need to swap something out. I have a few of those as backups currently. So I'm going to be going through and replacing some of these that I have with those, especially since I'm redoing this room. It's going to be switching to those as much as possible versus using these. So I can, if I have a sensor that fails, I can replace the sensor a lot easier, and possibly upgrade to the VE or the thermostats and kind of go that route, but that type of stuff into consideration as well. But I hope you enjoy this type of video. Let me know down in the comments below if any of my viewers are familiar with setting up something that is like Arduino based, or something that can be used to detect alarms and send like alerts or something like that to a cell phone or to an email address or both. Something like that. That would be absolutely fantastic. So send me a comment down in the comments below. Let me know. I'd definitely be willing to do like a video or something like that on how I get all of that set up, because not everyone in the world can hear. Maybe you're not home and you have any of the units, even the VE and the thermostats, that don't connect to the internet. They have alarms. What if you're not home? It would be really nice to be able to get like a text message or an alert if one of those alarms is going off in your reptile room, to where you can call somebody else, or you can get home really, really quick, or whatever the case may be, because that can mean the difference of saving or losing your collection in a lot of different aspects. I'm ecstatic that I was able to catch everything as quickly as I did for all of these. I'm going to keep an extra eye on all of them, because they were all, like I said, they're tubs. They were all on the front of the tubs, so they were all closer to the 80-90 degree range. But when I did the thermostat, the heat gun inside of them, it was over 120 degrees in the back. So it was definitely toasty. So not good at all in that regards. But until next time, thank you very much. Please, if you liked this, do like the video, and don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notifications so you get those notifications when new videos do come out. And let me know if you like this style of video, doing a little bit more of the impromptu vlog style instead of some of the other things like I was doing with the egg cutting and stuff like that. That kind of stuff helps me know what you guys would like to see. But until next time, have a good night.